The Stars and Avalanche rivalry is at its peak once again, like how it was in the late 90s and the early 2000s.
Score! Mike Keane! The Stars are just running away with this.
Just last year in a thrilling 7-game war between these two, we saw returns. And we saw one heck of a Game 7, led by Mikko Rantanen, the former Av, to eliminate his own team with a hat trick to complete the comeback for the Stars to win that series. Now, these two are the best in the National Hockey League. The Avs looking to get past Dallas to go on a journey like they did in 2022 to win a cup. The Stars, 3 times going to the conference finals without winning. They look to take the big step to surpass it and win the cup for the first time since 1999. Who will be on top? Stars, Avs, next. Welcome back to the NHL on NHS. Scores!
It's historic!
What a shot!
Shot scores!
That is your winner!
Scores! A highlight reel goal! As the Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
We welcome you to Dallas, Texas, as the Dallas Stars will face off against the Colorado Avalanche, the number 1 and number 2 teams in the National Hockey League. The Stars have won 10 in a row, looking for 11. Hello, everybody. I'm Max. Glad to be with us here on our coverage on the NHL MHS, and we are glad to have you with us there. And this should be interesting for sure. The top 2 teams in the National Hockey League facing off here tonight in Dallas at the American Airlines Center. A lot of stuff has happened because of the trade deadline happening today. Earlier on, it ended around 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central Time. And some acquisitions, and we have some news from the teams. Kadri and Nick Waugh are now Colorado Avalanche. It says they are on the roster. Colorado, the best team in the National Hockey League. Dallas behind them. Kadri will be playing with the Avs again for the first time since 2022 when they won the Stanley Cup in 2022. And so he reunites with them. And the longest winning streaks this season, 11 for Tampa Bay. Dallas is at 10. Colorado has had 2 10-game winning streaks, which is unbelievable to even say that. Colorado's kind of cooled down a little bit, but they're still a dangerous team. McKinnon, Landeskog, they're going to have Waugh here tonight. Kadri was the last acquisition today, so that's why he won't be in the roster tonight. Mackenzie Blackwood will start in net for the Avalanche. Jake Ottinger will start for the Dallas Stars. And speaking of the Dallas Stars, Bunting and Myers are now the new Dallas Stars players. They won't be playing here tonight, but some problems that they needed to address in the trade deadline, they do resolve. Myers, a right-handed defenseman, he is a tall defenseman too, and unbelievable. The top 4 teams in the National Hockey League: Colorado 91 points, Dallas 85. This is a huge game for anyone in the Central Division, because Dallas, if they win this game, are 4 points behind Colorado with taking a game away from them. That's 2 big points on the line here tonight. This should be a good matchup. The last time these 2 teams met was back on May 2nd of 2025. You know what happened there? Mikko Rantanen scored a hat trick to complete the comeback for the Dallas Stars in a Game 7. We will be back as the Avs and the Stars face off for the first time since that Game 7. We'll be back, everybody. Welcome you back, everybody, inside of the American Airlines Center as the Dallas Stars will face off against the Colorado Avalanche. As the Avs, the best team in the National Hockey League, the Dallas Stars, the second best now, due to this 10-game winning streak that they have now. They are the hottest team in the National Hockey League right now. And a big factor in that is because of Matt Duchene and the depth guys for the Dallas Stars have started to pick it up here ever since the Olympic break ended. Obviously, Mikko Rantanen got injured, so he's obviously not in the lineup here tonight. Roope Hintz is off of IR and will be playing tonight. It seems like he will be playing on the top line here with Robertson, Hintz, and Wyatt Johnston. And so that was expected, obviously. I wouldn't expect any different if he was playing on a different line. So we knew that. But a huge piece back for the Dallas Stars. Roope Hintz missing a game or two. And he will be back. He sustained some illness he had. And some news for the Dallas Stars. Rantanen will probably begin to start skating within the next week or so. And or 10 days, said Jim Nill. Faksa has a lower body injury. He is out as he'll be probably back until right or before or the start of the playoffs. Rough for Radek Faksa, who was trying to recover from an injury. He was rehabbing from the Olympic injury, and then he sustained a lower body injury rehabbing it. So unfortunately for him, he is injured, and he will be out basically for the rest of the regular season, it seems like. And won't be back till the playoffs, it seems, or right before. So we will see. A huge matchup here in Dallas as the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. This should be a treat. Friday night hockey here on the NHL and MHS. What a matchup we've got for you tonight. Jake Ottinger in net, 25-10-4. His record, a 2.67 goals against average, an .898 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the season. Meanwhile, Mackenzie Blackwood, 18-6-1, 916 save percentage, a 2.22 goals against average, and 3 shutouts. These were the goaltenders in that series last year. And Jake Ottinger was victorious in that one in 7. As we had that series actually here on the MHS Network, games 2 through 6. MHS 2 had game 1, not do game 7 because I was there at game 7. And what a treat that was. That was an incredible game, the best game I've ever gone to. Roope Hintz returns to the lineup after missing the last 4 games due to the illness. And this should be a treat. Johnston and McKinnon. Johnston wins the draw, and we're underway here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Lindell along the board, shot it to the top of the crease. Heiskanen backhands that around to the corner. McKinnon lost it in the corner now. Roope Hintz popped free for Robertson in the circle. Was in his skates. Nate just has some trouble moving it ahead. Landeskog, who made his return in that series against the Dallas Stars. Remember, Landeskog did not play a game since that 2022 Game 6 against the Lightning in the Cup Final. And he made his return in Game 3 of that series. Ernie gets hit from behind there as he dumped the puck in. Manson pressured from behind the net by Ritzkovian. And now ahead now for Nichushkin, who will dump it back in. Harley will go get in the corner. This is like a playoff matchup already in March. Unbelievable what we're going to see here potentially tonight. This is just going to have a playoff feeling to this one for sure. The rematch the first time since that Game 7. You got to expect the Avalanche want revenge from that. A huge hit behind the play, and Jamie Benn will move it ahead. Benn, the drop pass out of the zone. Harley has to dump it back in. They have to touch back on side. And instead, it's moved ahead here by Kulak, one of the other acquisitions by the Avalanche during a trade. Shot was blocked at the side of the cage. Then Labushkin picked up the puck now, and it is Jamie Benn flipping it off the boards for Sam Steele, who's been red hot with Duchene. Malinsky, Duchene in the corner, fell down. And Duchene gets it free to Steele. Back up top of the point to point. Bizzle, the long shot, save made! Blackwood with the save there. And here is Gua, one of the other acquisitions for the Avalanche. Craig McFarland making all these acquisitions for the Avalanche here, the general manager. As you could argue, all 3 of the Central teams, the top 3 Central teams, look a lot more better than they did a couple of days ago. Minnesota with some upgrades, Dallas some upgrades, Colorado reuniting, and also with some upgrades as well. This is the division that might win the Stanley Cup, obviously. As here's Harley with the puck, backhands that one around. Not out of the zone just yet. These are the top 3 teams in the Western Conference, it seems like. There's going to be a penalty upcoming here, and I think it's going to go against Dallas. It's going to go against Oscar Beck, and a power play upcoming for the Colorado Avalanche early on in the hockey game. We'll see what the call is.
This felt...
Let's see. Oh, wow, that's a terrible call. That is a terrible call. Terrible call. That is one of the worst calls. So Beck gets called for hooking. 15.5% on the power play, last in the NHL for the Colorado Avalanche, which is honestly pretty weird to say. And a penalty kill for the Stars early on in the hockey game. Natchez forced it back to the point for Makar. Back for Natchez once again. Natchez down low to McKinnon. Shot save made Ottinger. Rebound still loose. And then Steele tried to get it out of the zone and he couldn't. Natchez and then Steele whacks it out. Makar. What a save there by Ottinger on that first opportunity by the Avalanche early on in the hockey game. Backhands on side is Gabriel Landeskog dropping it for Natchez. Natchez, another drop pass, got intercepted by Hintz. 2-on-1 short-handed. Johnston with Hintz. Johnston to Hintz! Off his skate and it didn't go. Nelson now has it at center. A lot of stuff happening here on this Avalanche power play. 50 seconds in. Around the boards, McKinnon stopped at center. Natchez save made Ottinger. And now it is McKinnon once again. Natchez back for McKinnon along the far boards. Gives it to Makar. The shot scores! Kill Makar on the power play top corner. And the Avs have a 1-0 lead. A perfect shot by Kill Makar. As they strike early here in the game. Wide open. A costly penalty, which you could argue wasn't even a great call to even start with. What a pass here by McKinnon to find Kill Makar wide open. That's the man you do not want to have wide open there. And Mikhail Makar has all the time in the world to shoot that past the blocker side of Jake Ottinger. And the Avs have a 1-0 lead. This is what happened in Game 2 when the Stars were down 1-0 in the series. And Dallas had to fight back that whole night and then win in overtime. Colin Blackwell, maybe it is like this again. That theme of that game once again may be happening here tonight. Jamie Benn along the boards. Natchez and McKinnon with the assist. McKinnon with his 60th assist of the season. He has 101 points. And the shots are 4-0 Avalanche. The Stars down by 1. Shot by that chance there. And then Duchesne flips it out to center. Malinsky now has the puck. Ahead now for Manson. Manson will shoot it back in from center. Ottinger tried to slow it down. Labushkin's getting pressured from behind and it's stolen away. Colton in the corner. Manson installs it deep. Bishop got there first. Labushkin tried to clear it and deflected out to center ice. Dallas with not much offense. Almost a giveaway there in Manson. Labushkin throws a check along the boards. Bishop gets checked there in the corner. And then Robertson clears it out to center, gave it away to Nichushkin. Kill Makar is 19th of the season at .332, a power play goal. Natchez and McKinnon with the assists on that. And the Avs with a 1-0 lead here in the game. Around the boards, it is Nick Waugh moving it ahead. Into the middle, Nichushkin and then Landeskog dumped it back in. Landeskog in the corner. Plays it around the boards to the near boards. It goes as Landeskog tried to center. Bork deflected that away, and Ernie tried to get it. And Taves now to Makar. Makar will shoot it back in. A big check thrown there in front of the empty penalty boxes there. Kill Makar. Ahead now for Ritzkovian. Ritzkovian to Bork in the corner. Ernie, Bork, and Ritzkovian here on this line. Bork tried to center from behind the net. It was blocked off. Heiskanen around the boards. Ernie trying to get it there. He does. Ernie still at the puck. Tries to center. It deflected out of play with 14:20 left to go here in the first period. Scoring first, the Avs, 31-1-4. They're first in that rank. But hold on, trailing first, Dallas, 11-9-8. That's first as well. So does the first goal doesn't even matter because, I mean, both the teams have good stats, either trailing or by leading. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? Off the draw, won by Blackwell. Beck dropped it to the point, Lundqvist. Into the corner, Bastian. Bastian tied up along the wall. Bastian trying to get it free. Bastian kicked it to himself. Penalty upcoming to the Avalanche. Bastian, delayed call. And it was Drury, I think, that took the penalty. Remember, Jack Drury was that man who took that penalty in that Game 7. Let's see what the call is here. Drury for, I believe, interference, I think. And so Dallas will go to the man advantage. See what they can create here on the man advantage to try to even the game up. As they do not have any shots on goal. Drury was that man who took the penalty in Game 7. 8 for 24 on the power play in the last 7 games. Scored power play goal in every game. Second longest streak this season. As let's see if the Dallas Stars have a response here and tie this game up. Heiskanen from the blue line to Robertson. Robertson waiting in the circle. Down low. Johnston deflected. Save made in the crease, and it's covered at the top of the crease. And then getting pushed there was Johnston. He gets rough in front of the net for just a moment. Stars fans wanted the penalty. Let's see what happened here to Wyatt Johnston. As he was parked in front, Manson had left that positioning. Oh, yeah, that is holy cross-checking. Holy Manson, control yourself, man. Yeah, just keep cross-checking him to the ribs. That's really smart. Robertson waiting, down low. Johnston trying to get in the corner. Robertson along the near boards. Robertson played it back for Heiskanen, back for Robertson. Johnston, Robertson fired it wide. Heiskanen. Duchesne let it go, but then it's intercepted there along the boards by Burns, but then turned over to Johnston. Johnston waiting. That should have been a penalty, and they don't call it. A missed call by the referees. Johnston got hooked down, and no call. Wyatt Johnston now for Hintz. Dropped it for Robertson along the boards. Johnston back for Heiskanen. Heiskanen back for Robertson on the flip pass there. Robertson delaying in the circle, spins back. A minute left to go on the power play for Dallas. Heiskanen back for Robertson. Robertson high slot! Shot went wide somehow, or it might have hit the bar. Robertson down low. Johnson near the goal line. Back for Robertson once again. Jason Robertson to Heiskanen. The shot! Scores! Deflected in! We're tied! Miro Heiskanen with a deflection in front has given Dallas the tying mark in the game. Relentless pressure on the power play for the Dallas Stars. The Avs never cleared that puck basically, and Heiskanen got the goal there. It might have hit something in front. It hits off of Devon Taves' elbow, I think. And Dallas has tied the game at 1. And a beautiful shot by Miro Heiskanen, the power play goal at 7-11. Robertson with his 39th assist, and Wyatt Johnston with his 33rd assist, and the game's tied at 1. So, both power plays successful in the game, and the penalty kills for both teams have been not good. Ritzkovian, now Bork deflected it back in. Shots are 4-2. All 2 shots by Dallas coming on the power play. In the corner, Beck. Now for Bork behind the net. Bork angled off there by McKinnon. McKinnon trying to draw a penalty. That's not going to work. Harley, he tried to shake his hand right in front of the referee, trying to get a call. Blackwood around the boards. Bork intercepts along the near boards. Beck in the corner. Oscar Beck tied up along the wall. They're all tied up along the wall in the corner. Beck fished it free, fed back, Labushkin across. Bishop the shot and a save made Blackwood. Malinsky now will flip it out to center ice. Bishop has it at center. Here's Steele with some speed. Hooked from behind by Nichushkin. Duchesne gets angled off there in the high slot by Manson. Manson, what a play there by Manson to angle off Duchesne, who's been red hot for the Dallas Stars. Nichushkin with that pass from Manson. Spins back and but pressured there by Steele. Nichushkin looks to center off the side of the cage. Colton fell, no penalty. Duchesne, Nichushkin holds it in off the failed clearance attempt. Colton left at Nelson. Brock Nelson, save Ottinger. Rebound, save made by Ottinger on the rebound. Didn't get much on it as Colton fires at a save made off the blocker of Jake Ottinger. Can't get it out of the zone though. Burns across for Manson, the shot. That went wide of the net. Rides the boards and out to center. But some costly mistakes here by Dallas, and they got to limit those, obviously, with the forecheck of the Avalanche. Back in on side is Ernie, or tried to at least, as he got it knocked down as he was trying to flip it in. Waugh dumps it into the corner. Lundqvist will get it now, up in the air. Kiviranta gets it free from the pile, and then not held in by Makar at the blue line. Makar will go back for the puck. A 1-1 tie here in Dallas if you just joined us. The shots are 6-3 in favor of the Avs. And the Stars, the latest power play goal to tie this game up. Back up top of the point here is Makar. Makar waiting along the boards. Makar on the outside. Circles, and then a great poke check by Harley to steal the puck away by Cale Makar. Bastian the other way. Dumps it into the corner now behind the net. Blackwell trying to get it. Drury got hit. Bastian waiting. Tied up behind the net still. Sticks are all there trying to fish that puck free. Blackwell got taken down from behind. Blackwell gets it free, and then Robertson holds on to it. Long shot deflected. Block on the way through. Robertson out muscles. Centered shot. Hintz missed the net. Lindell back for Hintz. Hintz the long shot deflected. Save made. Blackwood. And Bastian tried to get the rebound, held in by Heiskanen. What pace here to this hockey game. Robertson leaves a great pass. Johnston's shot deflected into the corner. He could never settle the puck down. Johnston again fires and scores. Wyatt Johnston has given Dallas a 2-1 lead. What a play by Wyatt Johnston, who cannot be stopped. Wow, what a shot by Wyatt Johnston. Wow. Labeled to the top corner, past the glove side of Blackwood, and the Stars have the lead. Wow. So the Avs with a Here's Steele with Duchesne. Steele holds on to it. Steele the shot. Save made Blackwood. Turnover at the blue line. Steele tried to hold it in. Steele does for a moment. Oh my goodness. Dallas is firing right now. Harley back in. Harley around the boards. Duchesne let it go to the point. Bork left it. Bischel. Into the corner. Steele trying to get it. Malinsky gets there first. Now Bork. A tie-up along the boards to the opposite side. Ritzkovian. Bork's in the middle. Ritzkovian behind the net. Wraparound attempt. It goes to the top of the crease. Landeskog. Now Natchez back in. Dropped it McKinnon. Into the middle. Bork intercepted. Bork. Now ahead is Ernie. Adam Ernie back in on side. Ernie. Hooked from behind. No penalty. The referee kept the whistle. Wow, a 3-on-2 the other way. Nichushkin on the outside, try to center. Nichushkin angled off there. That is a clear hooking, and the referees put the whistles away there. That is an unbelievable miscall. Ernie was hooked to the ground, and they do not call it. Wow, that is unbelievable. Bork dumps it back in. Stars have a 2-1 lead with 7:45 to go in the first period. Bastion will shoot it back in from the blue line. Shots are 6-5 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche. You could argue they were the better team in the first half. Right now, Dallas has started to pick up their game and now have a 2-1 lead. Niels Lundqvist, Blackwell deflected it. Kiviranta has it. Left it there for Malinsky. Malinsky ahead now. Kelly back in as Waugh. Nicholas Waugh along the boards. Nick Waugh lost it. Dropped it to the point. Malinsky, the long shot, deflects into the netting. And out of play with 7:12 to go. What a hockey game we got so far. This first period's been real entertaining. Cale Makar started the scoring, but 2 straight by Dallas has given them a 2-1 lead as Heiskanen and Johnston contributed with the goal scoring. Welcome you back, everybody. The Dallas Stars have a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche, the number 1 and number 2 teams in the National Hockey League. Jake Ottinger, most consecutive wins by goalie. He has 8 right now. Don Beaupre in 85-86-11. That was when the Stars were the North Stars of Minnesota. Jason Robertson already with 2 assists here in the first period. And the Avalanche looking to respond here. McKinnon dropped it to the point. Makar looking for another one. Shot! That went wide. Natchez fed it back to the point. Devon Toews back for Natchez along the wall. The top line's been good. Centering pass was intended there for Landeskog and it got intercepted. Now Robertson leads the other way. Robertson tried to feed it cross ice. That deflected into the crowd. And out of play with 6:51 left to go here in the first period. Shots are even at 6. And Glenn Gulutzan, 4-1-0, or Dallas actually, 4-1-0 in their last 5 home games versus Colorado, including the playoffs. I believe the last loss Dallas had in a home game here at the American Airlines Center was game 1 of that series. It was a 5-1 win for the Avalanche. Bork and Nelson in the face-off dot. Bork won the draw. Lundqvist holds on to it. Fires and a save made. Bork on the turnaround shot got blocked. Harley. Bork slaps it back in. Burns will get to the loose puck now. Ritzkovian trying to get it around the boards, and it comes free there for Nichushkin. Nichushkin shoots it back in. Ottinger around the boards. Lundqvist. Harley. Bork deflected it out to center ice. That will be an icing with 6:20 to go on the Dallas Stars. And if you were just joining us here, the Dallas Stars with a 2-1 lead. I am Max, glad to be with us. Glad you're with us here on our coverage, Friday Night Hockey, on the NHL and MHS. We'll have coverage, playoffs, final, the Stanley Cup final. We covered the Olympics, a great USA-Canada game. We haven't streamed since then. Harley around the boards, and then it is Lundqvist. Back for Harley. Harley. Ritzkovian. Ernie. It's Burns. Now for Makar. Makar. Natchez deflected out of play into the netting. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Welcome you back. 2-1, Dallas leading it with 6 minutes left to go here in the first period. Wyatt Johnston, the difference maker, as he has given Dallas a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche here at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. The Dallas Stars, an opening 6-game homestand, won 6 straight. Record 18-7-3 at home this season for the Dallas Stars. 4th ranked in the National Hockey League, 10 comeback wins, tied for 3rd. Their power play is great here at home. That's 1st ranked in the National Hockey League. And it already contributed tonight already with that power play goal by Miro Heiskanen to tie this game up. Malinsky, and now it is Kulak off the boards. Deflected back into the bench and out of play with 5:51 to go in the opening period here in Dallas. So, Dallas Stars doing good so far, and see how their additions will do on Sunday with Bunting and Myers playing in that game upcoming. They have a tough homestand, the Dallas Stars, and they're already red hot. But this will be a real challenge here, obviously, starting with these Avalanche. Ben deflected it back in. Malinsky, and then it's Steele behind the net. Steele centered, shot, blocked on the way through, shot again, save, Blackwell on the rebound. Can't get the shot into the back of the net. It was Duchesne, actually. And Steele. It is Lyubushkin, deflected, Malinsky. And that looked like almost a too-many-minute giveaway there. Wyatt Johnston dropped it for Duchesne across. Robertson fanned on the shot as Nelson got his stick there on that. As a bad change by the Avs almost led to the 3rd goal for the Dallas Stars. Rope hints along the boards. Dropped it. Shot. Save made. Blackwood. The stick was broken, and it was Wyatt Johnston's stick. It is Robertson in the corner. Jason Robertson tried to feed it back to the point. Got intercepted there by Brock Nelson, who has made 2 good plays here in the game. Wyatt Johnston now for Robertson. Robertson waiting it. Robertson's shot was blocked. He gets it back, and then it's intercepted here. And Kulak will move it ahead here for Nichushkin. Valerie Nichushkin, shot, save, rebound. Nichushkin couldn't get it. Tied up, shot blocked. Malinsky. And now Hintz will move it ahead for Robertson. Harley in a 3-on-2 potentially. Rope Hintz behind the net now. As Burns will get to the loose puck now. Manson left it. And here is Landeskog. Deflecting it back in on the backhand. Glove down by Ottinger. Played it for Harley. Off the glass, out to center. Bork into the middle. Ritzkovian backhands that one back in from center ice. Blackwood gave it away. Bork, an open net. Passes across. Ritzkovian scores! Justin Ritzkovian, a turnover by the Avs, leads to the 3rd goal for the Dallas Stars. It's 3-1. Oh, wow. The simple dump in by Ritzkovian. Blackwood was trying to clear it off the boards. Devon Taves blocked it. Then Bork took advantage and passed it across to Ritzkovian for an open goal, and it's 3-1 Dallas. And a bad play there by Blackwood and Taves, a miscommunication, and the Dallas Stars with a 3-1 lead. 3 goals on 9 shots. And Blackwood kind of made a mistake there on that one. Wow. That is a goal. Oh, Makar fell down right there. That could have been bad if Ritzkovian got all of it. Lindell. Now back behind the net. Ritzkovian into the corner. And Bork trying to get it free. Makar will move it ahead. A penalty upcoming. It's going against the Stars. Makar back in around the boards. Delayed call going to Dallas. And there will be a power play upcoming here. A high sticking call with 3:12 to go. Ritzkovian takes the penalty, and so Dallas will have to be on the penalty kill as the Avalanche will get a power play to try to get back in the game. It is 3-1 Dallas. We'll be back. Welcome you back, everybody. A 3-1 lead for the Dallas Stars. Justin Ritzkovian with the goal off the giveaway by Blackwood. It hit off of Devon Taves. Bounced to Bork. Sent across ice. It is a 3-1 lead, but Ritzkovian in the box now for high sticking and a power play upcoming for the Avalanche. This has been a chaotic first period if you have not tuned in with us here. A 3-1 lead now. Let's see if this is a high stick. Oh my goodness, what a sell job. It is, but Kale McCarr act like he... Okay, whatever. I'm a Stars fan, if you're wondering. It is a high stick. It is. But McCarr is acting like, ugh, like he just got hit, like, with the face. Whatever. Anyways, Kale McCarr with a power play goal already in the game here. Nelson and Blackwell in the face-off dot. So the Avalanche already 1-for-1. Kale McCarr left it there. Natchez down low. McKinnon at the goal line. Forced off by Heiskanen. Spinned away from pressure. McKinnon behind the net. Now forced into the corner. Natchez spins back for McKinnon. They're still stuck in that corner. Natchez has it in the circle into the middle. Natchez gets it back on the touch pass. McKinnon trying to go back door. Got angled off there by Heiskanen. Natchez now waits to McKinnon. Save! It's loose at the top of the crease. Covered up by Ottinger. It hit off a body of Landeskog, I think. He was trying to go back door maybe. And it was sitting there for a solid 2 to 3 seconds. And Ottinger was able to cover it. It went off of his skates, actually. And so... just loose in front and hit off Lindell. Everyone was falling around, and then Ottinger was able to cover it up with the glove. McKinnon with the puck now. To the Nelson. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon give and go. Maybe not. No, it was a fake pass. Beck has it. Beck off the glass. Clears it. Out to center ice. Kale McCarr. Left it there for Natchez. Marty Natchez dropped it off for McKinnon. Landeskog back in. Landeskog forced into the corner. Lindell around the boards. Heiskanen didn't get all of it. Johnston working on the boards there. Can't get it out. Kale McCarr spin move to hold it in. Natchez. McKinnon. Stars have had chances to clear and they haven't been able to. McCarr across. Natchez holding on to it. McKinnon waits. McKinnon still at the puck. Passed it. Natchez in the circle. Trying to go back for McKinnon, got blocked on the way through. McKinnon all over this power play right now. Natchez fed it back for McCarr. Wide open. Nelson and a save made on the one-timer bid by Brock Nelson. Center Natchez across from McKinnon. Waits. Deflected wide. Oh, man. Nelson back for McCarr. One-timer wide of the net. It hit the outside of the post. Deflects into the netting and out of play. Marty Natchez. Oh, man, the Avs creating opportunities here on the man advantage smoothly. And either some great blocks or great saves there by Ottinger or by the defenseman or forward. That hit the outside of the post, I think. Marty Natchez with 27 goals this season, 73 points. Blackwell and Colton here on the face-off dot. Blackwell tried to win the draw, couldn't. Burns. Blackwell's getting held up there. Across. One-timer save by Ottinger. He thought he had it. Tied up around the boards. 80 seconds to go here. As it comes back for Burns once again. Burns left it. Devon Taves down low. Nichushkin back for Taves once again. The shot deflected wide of the net. Power play is over for the Avs. Ritzkovian out of the box. Dumps it back in with a minute left to go here in the first period. 3-1 Dallas. They get to the kill. Burns ahead now. Nichushkin deflected. And it's sent back in by Brindley. Around the boards. Lundqvist backhands that one out to center ice. Malinsky trying to get it. Rope hands try to steal it away there. Bork will backhand that one back in from the blue line with 40 seconds to go here in the first period. 3-1 Stars here at the American Airlines Center. Back in on site. What a move there. Almost. Robertson has the puck. His bodies were tumbling there in the high slot. Robertson flips it back in with 22 seconds to go here in the first period. Hintz finishes his check there, and it's ahead now for Nelson Kelly. A big check along the boards, too. Holy moly. And it's an interference call. Wow. And now it is Wah. And everyone getting together now. You had to expect this. Wah, I believe, got hit from behind.
More. Interference. Dallas penalty 22, 2 minutes interference.
So Bork takes an interference call right there, and let's see this again. Man. Yeah, that is an interference. Oh, jeez. So another penalty for the Dallas Stars, and that's something they probably don't want to do to this Avalanche team. They're really good at creating chances here on the power play. We saw that with a second opportunity, and they'll have a power play if they don't score here in the next 13.7 into the second period. And a 3-1 lead for the Stars. 10-9, the Jets favoring the Avs now. This has been a chaotic and very high-paced first period here at the American Airlines Center. Another face-off loss for Blackwell. They haven't been able to win a face-off, it seems like, the Dallas Stars. Nature's down low. McKinnon tries a center. Deflected wide. 4 seconds to go in the period. Left it wide open. McKinnon scores with 0.9 remaining in the first period. A power play goal again. It is 3-2. Man, what a shot by Nathan McKinnon, though. That's a good pass by Natchez. Wow, rocketed home. And a 3-2 game now, as with 1.9 now. They had a second back, basically. Glenn Gulitson arguing with that. Yeah, that was a terrible call. Waz over here falling. And so, a penalty-ridden first period, and Glenn Gulitson not liking the call that led to the Nathan McKinnon goal. It seems like he always gets those kinds of goals, always controversial. And he never scored on that empty net, huh, in that Olympic game, huh? 3-2 now. Dallas still has the lead. A chaotic first period that had 5 goals. Our intermission report coming up next. The difference maker, Ritzkovian's goal that made it 3-1. Welcome you back, Intermission Report. A 3-2 lead now. As you could argue all the... Yeah, let's read the chat. Let's go over the goals, though. 3-2, Dallas leading it. Kel McCarr scored 19th of the season, 60th assist for McKinnon. McKinnon with a 2-point period, by the way. He scored late in that first period on the power play. You could argue that penalty was a terrible call. All the calls in the game have been quite not so great calls by the referees. Yeah, so yikes. Yeah, it is not a good game for the referees. I'll tell you that right now. Some very dumb penalties, you could argue, and then you can argue they're terrible calls to begin with in the first place. Let's see. Why do Colorado fans talk so much trash when Dallas owns them? Am I mistaken? Dylan Dallas beat them and eliminate them from the playoffs last year. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know why. They just argue with their cups or whatever. Hayes getting a power play goal. I've been trying to be neutral, and it's like the toughest thing because this essential. If you're an Avs fan in my position calling a game, you will not probably be impressed by this Dallas game. So, we should be all aware of that. Heiskanen, a power play goal. Robertson and Johnston with the assists. Man, were they good. Robertson, Heiskanen, and Johnston in the first period all getting 2 points. Wyatt Johnston, a career high in goals in a season for him in his career. And he has given Dallas the 2-1 lead there on this goal. Beauty of a snipe, and puts it top corner past the glove side. This is the weirdest one I've seen. It hits off the defenseman of Devon Taves. Blackwood was trying to clear a bounce to Bork. Bork had Ritzkoven wide open, had all the time in the world to shoot into an open net. 3-1, and then Nathan McKinnon late on, you could argue, probably one of the worst calls. Glenn Gulitson was arguing on this call. Obviously, this is a egregious call. You could see Nick Waugh is falling with Maverick Bork. Maverick Bork hit him so hard, apparently he fell down and sold it. And then then you see Avs fans on Twitter saying it's a dirty hit. Give me a break. As a Stars fan, give me a break. As a neutral fan, that's a dumb penalty by Maverick Bork. He needs to be more disciplined late in the period. Dallas could have a 3-1 lead at leaving this period. Instead, they only have a 1-goal lead going into the second period. It has been a game that was advertised to be good, and right now it is delivering. We will be back in just 90 seconds as the Dallas Stars and the Avalanche will play period number 2 in a 3-2 contest as they are having a good one here in Big D. We'll be back, everybody. We welcome you back, everybody. A 3-2 game. Nathan McKinnon scored late in that second period to make it a 1-goal game. 9 goals, 25 points, 11 power play points for Johnston in that span. 5 goals, 7 points in the last 5 games. 24 games since Christmas. 14 goals, 25 points, 11 power play points in 47 shots. He has been a very offensive player, and you could argue with the referees. Will it be another penalty-filled called period? John Hebert and Gord Dwyer, the referees, and you can argue some of the calls they have made in the game have not been great. Avs with 3 power plays. They've scored on 2 of them. That's the only 2 goals they have in the game as well. So they're relying on their power play that has not been good. Maybe this is a revitalization of their power play, maybe, in this season. They already have 2. Up in the air. It's loose. And then Heiskanen will pick up the puck now. 3-2. The Stars leading it here at American Airlines Center in Dallas. We are underway here in the second as we welcome you back in, everybody. Landeskog back in on the outside. Forced into the corner, Lindell. Asa Lindell with the backhand off the glass. Knocked down by Robertson. Ahead now is Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen on the outside. Heiskanen circles behind the net, forced off by Makar. You can argue the two best defensemen in the National Hockey League. Heiskanen has it in the high slot. Heiskanen passed it off the skates of Robertson. And then Robertson could never get to the puck again as it was just bouncing on his stick. Heiskanen, Johnston, Taves will get the puck now. A minute into the second period. A 3-2 lead for the Stars. A entertaining first period. 5 goals. Back in on side is Nichushkin. Shot. Blocked it away there by Ottinger. And then it is Bork clearing it out to center ice. Took that costly penalty at the end of the period. Led to the McKinnon goal with 1.9 remaining. And Glenn Gulitson not happy about that call by the referees. Harley around the board says Lundqvist lost it. Nelson. Now Nichushkin in the corner. Colton let it go to the point. Long shot blocked on the way through. Nelson tried to drop it out for Nichushkin. Nice intercept there by Ritzkovian. And it is cleared out to center. Adam Ernie between the legs. Dumped it back in. Ritzkovian. Manson gets there. Manson lost it. Ritzkovian takes it away. Looks to center and they score! Jamie Benn! What a steal by Ritzkovian! And the captain's on the board to give the Stars the 4-2 lead. What a play by Ritzkovian to outmuscle Manson behind the net, and Jamie Benn with a nice move in front of the net to put it in past Blackwood. What a move. 5-hole Jamie Benn, the captain, has restored the 2-goal lead for the Stars. Just a minute and 52 seconds into the second period. Stars with a 4-2 lead. And Blackwood will get pulled now as the former backup goalie of the Dallas Stars and Scott Wedgwood will come in net as Blackwood lets up 4 goals on 11 shots. And they now have a 4-2 lead and try to change the momentum here in the game, the Colorado Avalanche. Justin Ritzkovian with a great play along the boards to outmuscle Manson and take the puck away. Fed it for Benn. What a play there by Justin Ritzkovian. Jamie Benn gets the goal and the Stars get a 4-2 lead as Jamie Benn's 11th of the season has given him a 2-goal lead. And now it's shot back in here by Brindley. Ottinger left it there. What a play by Ritzkovian, man. And a stretch ahead, Duchesne, and it rolled on Scott Wedgwood. Scott Wedgwood was a backup goalie for the Dallas Stars. Scott Wedgwood's record, 22-4-5, a .914 save percentage, a 2.25 goals against average, and shutouts of 5, it said, I think. And Blackwood, who was that starting goalie in that series against the Stars in the first round and not had a good performance here tonight. as he gets pulled. Shot blocked, deflected out of play. And Stars have a 2-goal lead again. Friday Night Hockey. We welcome you in, everybody. If you're just joining us, it's a 4-2 lead for the Dallas Stars. And this has been a very entertaining game. It's been very consistently good pace. It has been that way for the majority of this one. And I hope it continues here. Burns with the puck off. The Avs had won the faceoff in their own zone. They've been down by 2 a couple of times. 1:52 in. Ben with the goal, 11th of the season. Ritzkovian and Bork with the assist. And if you're just joining us, Jamie Benn, the captain of the Dallas Stars, have just scored to make it 4-2 in a high-scoring affair here in Dallas. As now it is Landeskog shooting that back in. Ottinger plays it for Lyubushkin in the corner. Lyubushkin around the boards. It is played there and lost Manson. Blackwell ahead for Bischel. Bischel back in. Bischel to Blackwell. Blackwell fires at the side of the cage and a save made. Wedgwood. Loose puck and it rolls towards Wedgwood, who covers the puck with a glove. (4-2) Stars over the Avalanche in our Friday Night Hockey special in the NHL and MHS. The Dallas Stars with a 4-2 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. The shots are 12-11 in favor of Dallas. Heiskanen with a goal and an assist. Heiskanen could not hold it in off the faceoff after that win on the faceoff dot by the Dallas Stars. And now it is Taves having the puck now. Taves left it there for Natchez. Natchez will move it ahead. Natchez to McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon back in on side. Dropped that shot right into the glove of Ottinger. The shot by Taves from the blue line. And Devon Taves kind of accidentally caused that goal. Ritzkovian, who got the goal on that third goal by Dallas. Great pass for the Bork, actually intercepted that or whatever. Devon Taves blocked it, and then the clearance attempt from Blackwood, and then hit off of him, and then Bork held it in and made a great pass to Ritzkovian. Natchez across. McKinnon, a one-timer and a save made. And now the other way is Dallas and Robertson shooting it back into the corner. Bounced off the wall. Devon Taves around the boards. Hintz held it in. Johnston in the corner. Robertson centered. Hintz bounced on his stick. And now the other way come the Avs looking to counter. Natchez back in, spins back and waits, but then is forced out to center ice. Devon Taves will get the puck now. We're 4 minutes into the second period, and the Dallas Stars with the early goal, 1:52 in by Ben, to give him a 4-2 lead. Here's Taves. Plays that off the backboards to Kulak. Kulak, and then it's turned over. Bork to Ernie. Adam Ernie to Bork! What a save, Wedgwood! Centered! Ritzkovian, and it's blocked! What a save by Scott Wedgwood! Wow. Bork had an opportunity to make it 5-2 right there, and an incredible stop there. Centering pass was there. Ross Colton. Now Nichushkin. Malinsky now. Malinsky trying to get it. Now it is Colton. Shot from the line. It was blocked on the way through by Harley. Harley ahead now for Lundqvist. Niels Lundqvist back in, dropping it for Bork. Bork around the boards for Malinsky. Big check thrown there by Steele. Now Duchesne gets it. Drops it to the point. Around the boards it goes. This horseshoe around for Lundqvist. And then Kulak. Tied up by Steele along the boards. Comes free for Malinsky instead. And now it is shot back in by Brindley. Lyubushkin along the wall. Bischel gets it now. Bischel brings it towards the front. Pressure from behind. Here's Duchesne. Deflected. Here's Bischel. 2-on-1 with Steele. Steele, a chance off the side of the cage. Oh, man. That looked like a 5-2 lead right there. And Steele hits the outside of the net instead. Dallas, though. Duchesne got rocked. And he fell down. He's back on his feet. Fans wanted the penalty. They won't get it. Back in on side is Kelly. The shot got blocked into the corner. Still good pace to this one. Heiskanen now in the corner. Tied up. Comes free. Kelly trying to make a play there, and Blackwell the other way. Colin Blackwell scored that Game 2 overtime winner. Got it to himself off the boards. Blackwell played it to the point, and Bastian. Bastian around the boards. Now Beck. Back for Blackwell. It bounced on his stick. They're playing a very good game, the Dallas Stars, so far. McKinnon with some speed now. Carries it ahead. One-on-one with Lindell. McKinnon. The drop pass out of the zone. Taves. Back is Natchez. Poke checked away. Bastian forced it in deeper back into the Avalanche zone. Taves to Makar. Cale Makar back for Devon Taves once again. The Dallas Stars with a 4-2 lead. Landeskog the shot blocked out of play with 13:15 remaining here in the second period. Stars with a 4-2 lead. What a play by Ritzkovian, and Ben gets the goal. 4-2, and now Scott Wedgwood is in net. Welcome you back, everybody. A 4-2 lead for the Dallas Stars with 13:15 remaining here in the second period. The latest goal by Ritzkovian, but Steele had a chance to make it 5-2 right here, I believe. Now, this is the Bork chance, and a great save, Wedgwood. And then Ritzkovian, and another big save by Wedgwood. He's had to make some big saves. And then Steele, open there, and instead he hits the side of the post. And man, have the Stars have opportunities to try to make it a 3-goal lead and haven't been able to. Ritzkovian, it seems like that 3-goal lead is elusive here for Dallas. Here's Bork. Bork will dump it back in. Ernie trying to get it, but then it's Kulak stealing it away. Referee was in the way there and got into the play there as it's dropped off for Colton, and the shot blocked out of play. 12:55 to go here in the second period. A 4-2 lead for Dallas on our Friday night hockey coverage here on the NHL on MHS. Let's look at our poll. 14 votes, 50% to 50% right now, Stars and Avalanche. As fans here at American Airlines Center, all wearing green basically. Rarely see any Avs jerseys around here. Some Avs jerseys, but for the majority, it is all green inside. This rivalry, since it started in the 90s, man, has it been good. 1999, 2000, and all that stuff. Taves and Makar down low. The shot and a save made by Ottinger, as Landeskog had the opportunity. Shots are even at 14 in the game. As the Stars have a 4-2 lead here over the Colorado Avalanche. If you're just joining in with us, latest goal by Jimmy Benn. Natchez dropped it to the point. Across it goes. It is McKinnon letting it go. Landeskog, and then it's Robertson trying to clear it out. It is. And now a race for the puck. Wyatt Johnston with Taves tying up. Taves got away from Johnston's possession. Hints on the opposite side. Gets it. Backhands it around to the opposite side for Robertson. Robertson got tripped up by Landeskog. No penalty. Just battling for that puck in the corner. And now it is Johnston trying to get it. Landeskog still held the possession there. Now McKinnon down low. It is intercepted there by Heiskanen. A nice play. And then Johnston couldn't get it. Now Devon Taves has it. 8 minutes have passed here in the second period. A 4-2 lead for Dallas. Landeskog. Pressure from behind by Duchesne. McKinnon. Pass. Natchez scores! Marty Natchez has given the Avs life here in the game. It is now 4-3. Seemed like a simple shot there past Ottinger in the glove side. Oh, that is I don't know about that one. Seems like Ottinger had time there and misjudged it. That seemed like a nothing play too. And so the Avs again punch back and are back in it. And there's a penalty upcoming right off the draw. Wow.
Dallas number 18, minor penalty, slashing.
That is ridiculous. That is the 4th power play. That is the 4th power play the Avs are going to have in the game, and they're already 2 for 3. Slash. Yeah, that is a slash. That is a terrible penalty there by Sam Steele, and a chance to tie the game at 4. All of a sudden. Wow. This game will not disappoint. Because it is just, when you think one team has momentum, they really don't. Cale Makar to McKinnon in the corner. McKinnon holds on to it into the middle. That was broken up, and Ritzkoven likes to go short-handed. Ritzkoven short-handed will dump it back in. Ritzkoven trying to draw a penalty. Dallas has only gone 1. Ritzkoven fell down behind the net. Killing off some valuable time here for the Avalanche. They're 2 for 3 on the power play. They got to know they got to kill this one off, Dallas. McKinnon along the boards. Nathan McKinnon fed it back to the point. Held in by Makar. Spins back for Natchez, who just scored the latest goal. Marty Natchez still has the puck. Cross ice it goes. Left and Makar's shot! Off the glove. Rebound still loose, and Rope Hintz can't clear it. 28th of the season by Natchez at 8:05. And now they got a power play here. And then no one could hold it in at the blue line. Makar could not. He was not there at the point. Landeskog looks like he's in discomfort, though. That is a sight not to be seen there for the Avalanche. They do not want to see that. That is brutal for the Colorado Avalanche if they lose their captain again. Because he was injured before the Olympic break. Rope Hintz tries to steal it away. Rope Hintz trying to go in short-handed on the long boards. Rope Hintz in the corner. Trying to just kill off time on this power play for the Avalanche. Makar will skate ahead. 1-on-3. Left it. McKinnon. McKinnon with a trailer across. The shot saved by Ottinger. Beck off the glass. Clears it down the length of the ice. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Wedgwood delays on his patient play there and just trying not to make a mistake like Blackwood did. And Brindley will move it ahead. Burns back for Brindley once again. Brindley into the middle. The drop pass for Burns was not connecting there. This power play expiring in 3 seconds, and the Dallas Stars halfway through the game have a 1-goal lead as the power play's over. They're 2 for 4. Dallas gets through another one. Harley has the puck. Leaves it for Bischel. Bischel off the boards. Ahead now. Here comes Duchesne losing that puck. Taves now. Across for Burns. Burns ahead now for Nichushkin off his skate now and into his stick. Bouncing puck and Brindley. Harley around the boards. It goes for Bischel. Bischel now to Ben. Ben trying to clear it. Into the middle is Duchesne. Duchesne is back in. Dumped it back into the corner. Duchesne trying to get it free. Now Nichushkin around the boards, and it's Waugh. And Labushkin, where's the puck? Oh, there's a whistle now. 9:06 to go, a stare down. It seems like Landeskog's okay here. No, he's not. He's going to the locker room. Landeskog is going down to the locker room. If you're an Avs fan, that is something you do not want to see. 4-3. The Stars still leading in the game. We'll be right back with 9:06 to go here in the second period. We'll be back. This game is not disappointed at all. With 9:06 to go in the second period, it is a 4-3 lead for the Dallas Stars. With 9:06 to go in the second period, halfway through the game, basically, and what a game so far, at least in this one. It has just been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Dallas record in 1-goal games, 24-9, fifth in that ranking in the National Hockey League. 9-2-9, the Avs, 12th rank in that category as well. Even strength goals, the Avs in the advantage of that with 198 goals. Wow. Dallas with 151. Power play goals, 54 for Dallas, 30 for the Avs. And they added on their totals here in the game. There's already 3 power play goals here in the game, 3 even strength goals by Dallas. Seems like the opposite's happening here between these two teams. The Avs getting power play goals instead of even strength goals. They barely got the first one of even strength. It was the Nature's shot. You could argue that was soft by Ottinger. And then the 3 even strength goals by Dallas after the Miro Heiskanen power play goal that tied the game up at 1 after Makar scored on the power play. 9:06 to go in the second. Duchesne gets kicked out in favor for Ben. 16-14, the shots favoring the Colorado Avalanche. And when we get closer in that time ticking off the clock here, I mean, it's not to that point just yet, but when it does, it is going to be hectic. It seems like it's been hectic all game here. It has been a close game since the start. Manson, Dallas has not been able to get that 3-goal lead, and every single time they don't, it has come back to bite us. The Avs are always within 1. Wedgwood. And Duchesne gets taken down as well, and no penalty. And the Avs fan in the front row was mocking Duchesne. Wow. That guy's had a few. Yeah, that was with the leg with Manson. 8:36 to go. That was after the whistle, I think. So, off the face-off, won by Dallas, and it's stolen away here by Makar. And then Heiskanen, pressured from behind by Nichushkin, who was kind of holding on to Heiskanen's jersey there from behind. McKinnon outmuscles Heiskanen, as there is no help with Heiskanen there defensively. Makar, McKinnon, waits, McKinnon into the middle, Nichushkin shot wide of the net. McKinnon now. McKinnon looking to tie it. McKinnon center, Nichushkin, save made Ottinger. It is Natchez once again, dropping it for Makar. Makar into the corner for Taves. Deflected to McKinnon. Now it is Nichushkin back from McKinnon in the corner. Sends that cross ice here for Natchez. This has been the line that has terrorized the Dallas Stars here tonight. McKinnon, oh, the tough angle hit the outside of the post. Nichushkin tried to center from the backhand and it didn't go. Rope Hintz looking to clear it, and he does. It seems like every single time that McKinnon lines out there, it creates opportunities, guaranteed. They have just been that good. Natchez, McKinnon, and all sorts. Comes free for Colton, but right now the Avs have possession. Shot by Malinsky. Whistled wide of the net of Ottinger. Waugh trying to get it. Bounced into the middle. Cleared out by Dallas and Rope Hintz. Colton. And now back-ends onside. Colton on the outside here. Ritzkovian around the boards. It is Heiskanen. Ernie trying to get it out. Nelson. Now Waugh in the corner. Waugh trying to get it free. Less than 7 to go in the second period. Kulak held it in the corner. Heiskanen needs some help here, man. It is just... They have been stuck in their own zone for the past 2 or 3 minutes, the Dallas Stars, it seems like. Haskanen's been out there for a solid 2 minutes. Johnston and Lindell as well, but Johnston gets the change. No icing. Maybe now Heiskanen can get a break. And Esa Lindell as well. Kulak, the stretch ahead. And now it is Bardakov leaving into the middle for Kelly, looking to tie it. It is deflected into the netting and out of play with 6:26 to go in the second period. It has just been now the Avs have tilted the ice here in the game. With a chance here, Nichushkin. He was getting tied up with Lindell, but still got a shot away. McKinnon right here, and then Nichushkin. Big save by Ottinger. As the Avs are knocking on the doorstep right now. 4-3. Stars leading it over the Avs here in this one. Drury and Blackwell. Drury won the draw. Burns looking to tie it. It was blocked out of play as Boyk was in the lane. .6:22 to go in the second period. Burns from the high slot. It was just wide open. Boyk was getting tied up there, but was able to get the stick in the lane. Could argue that was interference, but I'm not going to call that, I guess. Dallas has only had 1 power play here in the game to note. Avs have had 4. Off the draw, 1 by Dallas, and Thomas Harley now spins back as he was getting pressure from behind there by Bardakov. Lundqvist back for Harley once again. Lundqvist once again will flip it back in. Into the corner now. Burns pressured by Beck. Harley. And now the sticks were all thrown around there. It's Bardakov who lost his stick. Harley back up top. Blackwell for Lundqvist. Lundqvist shot blocked out to center ice. Dallas had not had a shot here in a while. I think the last chance they had was a steal chance. I don't know if that even was a shot on goal. Might have been the Boyk opportunity in Ritzkovian. Tied up along the boards. It comes free for Drury. Drury pressured by Bastian. An intercept there by Beck, but it is not held in by Steele. Steele passes that back for Lindell. Lindell will move it ahead. Ben into the middle. Steele 2-on-1. Duchesne couldn't settle the pass down. And now it is Landeskog shooting it back in from center. Good opportunity there, a 2-on-1, and then the pass by Steele, and Duchesne could not settle the pass down. Steele and Duchesne have had a connection here in the past couple of games in this win streak, and they have been excellent. Duchesne in the corner. Steele tried to poke it free. Comes free. Johnston almost had it and intercepted. McKinnon now gains some speed. Lindell tried to force him off. McKinnon to Landeskog. It didn't go. Landeskog fed it back to the point. A nice intercept there by Hintz to get a stick in the lane on Makar. Taves now has the puck in the final 5 minutes of the second period. A 4-3 game. Burns around the boards. Lindell tied up. McKinnon in the corner. To the opposite side, Natchez. Landeskog left it. Taves across. McKinnon had an open net. It was tied up. There is a whistle, and now everybody gets together in the corner. McKinnon and Lindell. 4:22 to go. Rope Hintz is down. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rope Hintz is holding the back of his thigh. Oh, no. Another dirty play by an Avalanche player. They want to call that wall play dirty. This is dirtier. This is not good for the Dallas Stars. Rope Hintz's leg. He can't move it. He can't even move the leg. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Oh wow. Hintz can't even get up. Hintz is not skating on that leg. Oh, no. He's up now, but that is a terrible sight to see if you're a Dallas Stars fan. That is a dirty play by the Colorado Avalanche. We'll be back 4-3. We'll see what the penalties are. Looking you back to Dallas, and an unfortunate event just happened here with Rope Hintz going down to the locker room. Let's see here if we can see it from this angle. Rope Hintz colliding there with McKinnon. Oh! Oh, no. That is the dirtiest, and Nathan McKinnon doesn't even get a penalty. I guess that's what happens when you're a superstar in the National Hockey League. You get away with stuff like that. That is an unbelievable, dirty play by Nathan McKinnon, who just knows he has Rope Hintz's leg right there, and he just kicks it up, just ruins it, and he doesn't even look remorseful. That is ridiculous. You can just get away with that, I guess, in the National Hockey League. That is ridiculous. And now Rope Hintz might be gone for the rest of the season for the Dallas Stars. That injury is that bad. He did not move his left leg at all. No, but Nathan McKinnon can get away with it, though, apparently. So, that is ridiculous. Nichushkin back in. Wow. But watch that happen to him, and then they get a 5-minute. Watch that to happen to any of their superstars on their team, and they get we would get a penalty. Ridiculous. Adam Ernie. We'll move it ahead. Nichushkin plays that back. Big hit there by Bork. You know the Stars are annoyed at the Avs now. They've just taken out Rope Hintz, who just came back from illness after the last 4 games, and now he's down in the locker room. We'll try to give you reports on what happened to Rope Hintz. And there was no penalty on the play. Gord Dwyer. The refs are not giving nothing right now. It's unbelievable. Can't believe what I'm watching here. Lyubushkin. Hopefully Hintz gets good news, but that did not look good at all. Jamie Benn on the outside, looking to center. Save made, Wedgwood. And you know Wedgwood got to feel bad for that, but he has to play because he obviously is the opponent, but he knows Rope Hintz. He knows most of these players on the Dallas Stars. It sucks to see that probably for Wedgwood. He probably knew him. And another stick there. Fell down. And now it is moved ahead here by Kiviranta. And Brindley along the boards. Lyubushkin trying to angle him up. Finishes his check there. As the centering pass off the crossbar by McKinnon. Oh, man. Manson shoots. Save made Ottinger. It is still bouncing in the high slot. Nathan McKinnon's wide open, by the way. Save made Ottinger off a skate. 2:20 to go. Do not let Nathan McKinnon be that wide open. He was just wide open, and thankfully for the Dallas Stars, it did not get that pass to go in. Oh, but that was off the iron right there. Right off the post. 1-on-1 and right off the post behind Ottinger, the inner post. This close to a tie game at 4. And Nathan MacKinnon hits the iron. He shouldn't even be playing right now because he should have probably been in the penalty box or something like that. But they don't call it. So, go figure. Go figure. Kel McCarr, left it to the point, Devon Taves. One-timer wide. As that chance there by Natchez. McKinnon behind the net. Pressured from behind by Ritzkovian. Landeskog in the corner. Heiskanen trying to get it free. Landeskog. And then Natchez played it behind the net. McKinnon tried to center on the backhand. Ritzkovian now Robertson. Off the boards out to center. And here come the Dallas Stars back in. Ritzkovian in on goal. Ritzkovian tries to center. Heiskanen missed it wide. Centering pass. Robertson shot. Deflected. Rebound. Open net. Robertson missed it. Robertson lost the handle. Heiskanen back at the blue line. Somehow that bouncing puck could not settle down for any of the Dallas Stars. Chances of chances right there. Oh my. Robertson somehow did not put that in for a 5-3 lead. That's unbelievable. Or Wyatt Johnston. Or Ritzkovian. Wow. This game is at it all, it seems. Lindell. Off the boards. Deflected. No icing. Played by Wedgwood. Bastian takes it away in the corner. Bastian angled off there. Bastian. Blackwell. Manson in the corner. Manson, and then moved ahead here by Kelly. It deflected into the bench, out of play. 48.2 to go. And Ritzkovian had the chance right here. And he just lost the handle. He's getting pressure from behind. And the shot by Heiskanen went wide. And then Johnston deflected. Robertson up in the air. A save. And Robertson, a big pad save by Wedgwood. It shouldn't even happen. Unbelievable how Wedgwood. Wow. Chances of chances for the Dallas Stars right there. 48.2 to go. Shots of 2015 in favor of the Avalanche. Manson will shoot it back in from center. 4-3. Stars leading it. Colton in the corner tries to center. And now it is Steele clearing it out to center ice. Ben left it in the middle for Duchesne. 2-on-1. Duchesne with Lundqvist. Lundqvist couldn't settle the pass down. Another 2-on-1 for Dallas, and they can't settle the pass down. Harley was the only one back. Duchesne now back in on side. Duchesne shot! Save made Wedgwood. Up in the air, and it deflected out of play with 16.3 to go. And there's a penalty upcoming here. And I think it's going against Colorado. Finally, they call a penalty.
42 minor penalty, cross-checking.
Cross-checking. Finally, they call something on the Colorado Avalanche. It seemed like forever, but they do call it. John Aver and Gord Dwyer, the referees. Dallas has only had one power play here in the game. And they look to respond and get their buzzer beater of their own on a power play like Nathan MacKinnon did. So, we'll see if that happens here. 16.3 to go. Power play upcoming for the Dallas Stars. If they don't score here, they'll take it to the third period of a power play. Heiskanen holds it at the blue line. Ben has it. Ben into the middle. Duchesne. Duchesne the shot. Blocked into the corner. Taves trying to get it. Taves tied up. Drury poked free. Johnston still stuck along the boards. That's going to do it for the second period. A 4-3 lead for Dallas. They'll have a minute and 44 power play time going into the third period. As Wedgwood has kind of changed the tides here and got the Avalanche a goal and momentum back in it. But Dallas looking to respond in the third period. They have a power play when we return. 4-3. Stars leading it after 40. We will be back with our intermission report coming up next year on the NHL and MHS. The difference maker, Jamie Benn's goal early in the second period. Made it 4-2 at that point, and then Natchez made it 4-3. Latest goal in the game. And Hintz is injured. We'll talk about that in our intermission report. Welcome you back, everybody, to our intermission report. A 4-3 lead for the Dallas Stars. And we are trying to figure out word on what's happened to Rope Hintz. If you haven't caught up with us here, you're just joining us. Rope Hintz got injured on a play. I'll see if I can play the clip. Maybe. We'll see. But for right now, the Dallas Stars are without Rope Hintz right now, and unfortunate injury there for them. We'll go over the scoring in that second period. A power play for Dallas will be awarded here for the third period, as they'll have a minute and 43 of that, by the way. As Jamie Benton, what a play by Ritzkoven behind the net. It was an incredible play here. Bork the dump in. Manson looked like he was going to get to the puck easily. Ritzkoven out-muscled him, stole the puck away, sent it to Ben. Nice move, patiently playing it, 4-2 Dallas. But then Natchez responds and makes it 4-3. And you can argue probably the softest goal of the game as just a shot. Basic shot. 4-3. Glove side on Ottinger. That was all the score in that second period, and yikes. I hope Rope Hintz is okay. That is unbelievable. That wasn't a penalty on Nathan MacKinnon. That is an embarrassment to the National Hockey League that wasn't called a penalty. That was intended. That was malicious, and that was deliberate by Nathan MacKinnon. Yeah. I'm just rewatching this low quality clip of it. See if I can pull it up here. Let's see. There we go. You really can't tell there, but Nathan MacKinnon lifts Rope Hintz's legs up, and one of the legs up, and it. I'm hearing maybe Hintz tore his hamstring. That is. There's no reason for Nathan MacKinnon to do that. There's no reason for him to do that. But he did it. And I don't know. I just find that ridiculous that they didn't call a penalty first off. They didn't eject MacKinnon from the game. That's deliberate right there. That is a deliberate thing that he did right there. He knew what he was going to do. He knew Rope Hintz's leg was right there. He knew when he lifted his leg, it was going to do that. He knew that might have happened. That was one of the possibilities, and he still did it. That is Nathan MacKinnon for y'all. Unbelievable. That if that happened to Nathan MacKinnon, all Avs Twitter would be going off. That's just yikes. Because if Rope did that to MacKinnon, 5-minute major, some sort of way, it would have been called, suspended. I don't know. Because it's Nathan MacKinnon, because he's an all-star, and the stars of games get away with penalties like that. And that, unbelievable. That is just unbelievable how that wasn't called. But, I mean, still a pretty good hockey game regarding that. I mean, disregarding that, actually. It's been a high-paced game. It's been a fast-paced game. It's been super good. 4-3, Dallas leading it, and we're 5 minutes away from our intermission from ending. We'll be back, everybody, and we'll give you more coverage. As the Dallas Stars have a 4-3 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. We'll be back, everybody. Welcome you back, everybody. 4-3. Stars leading, and they have a power play upcoming here. As we start the third period with a man advantage for the Dallas Stars, looking to punch back and make it a 5-3 lead and extend this to their another 2-goal lead, as they hope so to do that. See if Rope hits, maybe comes back here in the third period. I don't think we're going to see him back, because that looked like a brutal injury. Sorry, that was a goal horn app right there. Let's see if I can get any word. There's nothing here. Yeah. Hey, Alvin Granson from Canada. As 4-3 lead for the Dallas Stars. Ritzkovian got that third goal for Dallas, and then he made this play. He has had a great game against the Colorado Avalanche. And he has done a pretty good job here in this one. He has played a solid game. You could argue he's played his best game here in this one. Avs have let him get through multiple times here in the game, wide open. Dallas will have a power play and see if they can convert on it, as they hope to do so and make it 5-3. A goal and assist tonight, second career multi-point game. This is his rookie season, by the way, in the NHL. 61 games a season, 9 goals, 21 points, 93 hits. He is, you could argue he's kind of a Brendan Morrow kind of player. Maybe in his later years, it just, Brendan Morrow was a good captain for the Dallas Stars back in the day. But you kind of see some resemblance or some key parts of his game that kind of relate to Brendan Morrow's kind of game. Power play for Dallas, and see how this goes here for the Dallas Stars. Glove down by Ottinger. Basically a full power play here, only minusing 16 seconds of it. And here is Wyatt Johnson the other way. Ahead now for Duchesne. Robertson forced out to center. Heiskanen has the puck. Only their second power play of the game for the Dallas Stars. They're 1 for 1. Wyatt Johnston enters the zone to Ben along the near boards. Played it back here for Heiskanen. Duchesne along the boards and the half boards. Centering pass from Ben was blocked. Taves intercepted it. Robertson with a minute left to go on the power play. Heiskanen back for Robertson. Taking it down one of the Avalanche with Taves was Jimmy Benn. Wyatt Johnston across. Selling the pass down is Heiskanen. Robertson the long shot. Deflected wide up into the air. 19:02 to go. 46 remaining on the power play for Dallas. See if there's deflection here. Hello from Dallas. Go Stars. Oscar Rodriguez. Yep, go Stars. I'm a Stars fan too. Hopefully Rope Hintz is doing good, but he's probably not going to be back in this game. Due to the injury, it seems like, Nathan McKinnon. Dirty play. Duchesne wins the draw. Heiskanen back for Robertson. Robertson down low for Johnston, trying to go backdoor for Benny, was covered up. Heiskanen now. Duchesne back for Heiskanen. As Duchesne takes Rope Hintz's place here on the power play. Wyatt Johnston has it now. Johnston waiting down low. Duchesne shot hit the side of the post, I think, and it went wide. Close opportunity there for the Dallas Stars. Heiskanen ahead for Harley. Harley shoots it around the boards to the opposite side. Comes back to the point, long shot deflected just wide of the net. That close. 1 for 2 on the power play. It's Dallas now. Lundqvist down low. Ritzkovian trying to deflect it. Malinsky intercepts. So the power play does not go well for the Dallas Stars. They don't convert on it. They're 1 for 2, and Ritzkovian into the middle. And now it is Manson backhanding that one back in. Harley now has the puck. Thomas Harley. Ritzkovian on the outside. Justin Ritzkovian. Feed it across for Steele. Deflecting it to the opposite corner for Bork. Landeskog left it there for McKinnon in his own zone. As one of the players fell down, McKinnon in the high slot. The pass did not settle down there as Bork will move it ahead. Dumped it back in, and it goes out of play into the crowd. 2:28 in. 21-17, the shots favoring the Colorado Avalanche, and that chance just barely, and I just mean barely, went wide. Duchesne, Ben, oh my, that was open, and a favorable bounce again for the Avalanche. Or else Dallas could probably have a bigger lead than they'd have right now. There's 1 goal lead, but they could have a 3-goal lead at this point. Taves, fan on the pass. That's a weird thing you never see happen. And now a turnover at the blue line. Blackwell in. Blackwell waiting. Centered Robertson save. Wedgwood somehow making big saves here. Heiskanen, the long shot blocked on the way through. Man, has Wedgwood been big in net for them as Blackwood got replaced by Wedgwood. 4 goals on 12 shots for Blackwood. 5 straight saves for Wedgwood, and it seems like even though it's only a small sample of saves, it has been big stops for Scott Wedgwood in net for the Colorado Avalanche, former backup of the Dallas Stars. Nelson forced off. Ernie across for Harley. Harley gets checked there along the boards by Colton. Nichushkin trying to get out of the giveaway. Shot by Burns and a save made. Ottinger. Manson will move it ahead. Here is Nelson. Nelson along the boards gives it away here for Beck. Beck backhands it around the boards. Out to center ice it goes for Bastian. Bastian stretched ahead. Harley has the puck. Thomas Harley, the shot, and the save made. Wedgwood. This is the giveaway here by Taves. He has made almost 2 mistakes that cost him dearly. As Blackwell centered it for Robertson, and a big pad or blocker save there by Wedgwood. Man, oh man, he has been good in net. It always seemed like Robertson will score on Wedgwood in practices when he was back in Dallas, and I think Wedgwood took a lesson because he stopped Robertson that time. Wedgwood's been pretty good as a backup goalie for the Colorado Avalanche. He helped them out when Mackenzie Blackwood was injured for a little bit, as I think he suffered an injury after that Game 7 against the Dallas Stars. 1 tear by Bischel. Deflecting to the corner. Ben along the boards, and then it's Malinsky now. He will move it ahead. And then it's Bardakov off the boards, deflected it back in as Ottinger got it. Labushkin, a turnover almost behind the net. Duchesne trying to get it. Labushkin tied up. Labushkin fell down. To the opposite side, Malinsky shot blocked on the way through. Here's Ben. Ben with Duchesne, 2-on-2. Duchesne on the outside holding on to it. Duchesne lost the handle. Kulak. Now Duchesne gets it in the corner. Duchesne playing it back. The pass did not go. Harley. And now it is Sam Steele dropping it again for Harley. Blackwell shooting it back in from the blue line. Scott Wedgwood. In behind the net now. That looked like a high stick and a penalty upcoming on the Avalanche. That is a clear high stick. Delayed call. Going against the Avs. Comes the question if it's a 2 or 4. Ritzkoven drawing the call there. Delayed penalty. It's going against the Avalanche. And now Robertson will move it ahead. Jason Robertson playing it back here for Bork. Harley now. Delayed penalty. And it's going against the Avs. Johnston try to get in, and then it's covered up by Wedgwood. So a power play for the Dallas Stars. A huge one here, obviously. Another one, as it will be Kulak going to the penalty box for high sticking. High sticking, and 2 minutes only. No blood as Ritzkoven. He kind of got elbowed at first, and then the high stick occurred afterwards. So, Ritzkoven draws the call, and so Dallas will go to their 3rd power play of the game. try to take advantage of another power play, hopefully, for them, as they look to take a 5-3 lead here late in the third period. Off the draw, won by Duchesne. Heiskanen holds it in at the blue line for Robertson. Looking to spread it around here on the power play. Johnston across, and the pass was intercepted by Makar, and then Robertson couldn't get it along the glass. Ottinger, and now it is Heiskanen with the puck. Miro Heiskanen drops it off here for Duchesne. Matt Duchesne drops it off once again here for Wyatt Johnston. Johnston back in, Robertson. Around the boards, Johnston trying to get it free, and then Nichushkin almost turned it over. And Makar trying to clear it, couldn't. Along the boards is Ben, played it back for Robertson. Ben fell down. Heiskanen tried to deflect that shot. It was blocked on the way through. Robertson plays that back here for Heiskanen. Heiskanen getting pressured there by Nichushkin, and now Wyatt Johnston the other way with Duchesne. Dropping it for Robertson. Nice move by Robertson. Robertson, a backhander over the net. Might have hit the crossbar. And it played out of play. It hit the netting. With 13:38 to go, Jason Robertson with the opportunity. Might have been a shoulder save there by Wedgwood. Let's see. Ooh, that was closer than I thought. Ooh, just over the net. Off the draw, one here. Sam still has it. Dropped it. Harley, and a race for the puck now. Dangerous passing there as Drury was aggressively pressuring Harley at the blue line, and it almost worked for a shorthanded opportunity. Sam Steele the other way. Steele trying to get in along the board. Steele. Now Manson. Manson tied up, and then Drury will move it ahead here for Kelly. Parker Kelly shorthanded, played it back. They're just going to kill off the power play here, basically. Unless it can get a shorthanded chance here. That's going to be played back in by the Avs as Ottinger played it for Harley. They call something here with 13:04 to go as something happened behind the play, and they're going to call a penalty on Dallas again.
Backup goalie. Colorado penalty, bench minor, too many men on the ice.
Oh, wow. It's a penalty on the Avs. Oh, wow. And so Dallas will have 24 seconds of a 5-on-3. I thought the penalty was going against Dallas because Dallas touched the puck. Instead, it will be a 5-on-3 for 24 seconds for the Dallas Stars. And a very big opportunity here. Matt Duchesne in the face-off dot. 5-on-3 for Dallas. They'll have power play time afterwards, obviously, because of the bench minor committed by the Avalanche. That's 3 penalties here by the Avalanche here in the third period. Duchesne and Nelson. The tie-up, and then we'll have to restart the tie-up. Duchesne and Nelson in the face-off dot. Duchesne tried to win the draw. Bounced towards Wedgwood. And then Robertson could not hold it in. 5-on-3 for Dallas. Robertson trying to carry it ahead. Got it poke checked away. Give it to someone else. Matt Duchesne back in. Duchesne with some room. Duchesne shot and a save made. Wedgwood. Big stop. Robertson waiting. Robertson 5-on-4. Shot went wide of the net. Still a power play for Dallas. Ben trying to center for Johnston. Bounced for Robertson, and that's almost a bad play. Dumped down the lane to the ice. They got to convert on one of these power plays, Dallas, because they need this power play goal, it seems like, in this game. Heiskanen dropped it for Duchesne. Matt Duchesne, another drop pass here for Wyatt Johnston. They got to get going here. Johnston back in, dropped it off for Robertson. They keep giving it to Robertson. He keeps turning it over. And they're also giving it to him in a bad position, too. Miro Heiskanen. And Wyatt Johnston carries it. And another drop pass. Ben back in. Duchesne. They called that offside. That is a terrible call by the linesman. That was not even close to being offside. That was onside by a mile. And the linesman also helping out the Avs. Wow, that was not even close to being offside. Duchesne didn't get all that shot. I could argue he kind of got a hook there too by Taves. Wow, that is an egregious call by the linesman as well. Kelly tried to get there. Harley, Lindell dumped it back in. Power play for 44 seconds remaining here for the Dallas Stars. They cleared again, and Kelly goes short-handed. Kelly dropped it for Drury. Drury on the outside. Jack Drury just going to kill off some time. This power play has been not so good for the Dallas Stars. Shot down the length of the ice by Manson, but it broken down, and there's Nelson dropping it. Drury plays it back. This is an embarrassing power play for Dallas, but a great penalty kill by the Avs. 10 seconds to go on the power play. This could be a very missed opportunity here. Thomas Harley ahead now. Shot back in by Bork. 3 seconds to go, and that'll do it for the power play. 5-on-3 with 20 seconds or so on it. Couldn't convert. Harley. Now Wedgwood. Malinsky, almost another bad play by the goaltender behind the net. Beck played that back for Bissell. 4-3 Dallas. They have the lead. Still. Goal coming from Ben. That's a difference maker back in the second period. Bastian trying to get it behind the net. Now in the corner. Beck. Bastian behind the net now. Bastian up in the air. McKinnon back on the ice once again. And here's Malinsky. Malinsky goes cross ice. Nate just waiting. Nate just patiently just waiting onto that puck. Shot off the side of the cage by Malinsky. Nate just holds it at the blue line. Nate just to McKinnon. The shot blocked on the way through. And Lundqvist around the boards. And Bastian clears it out to center. Nate just has the puck once again. We got some tired skaters out here for the the Stars for a moment. McKinnon holds on to it. Shot from distance was blocked by Harley. Thomas Harley now has to go behind his own cage now and reverses it back here for Lyubushkin. Thomas Harley. Ahead now Robertson. Dumped it into the far corner. Wyatt Johnston. They're all battling for the puck there, and Nichushkin gets it free quickly from that pile. And it hits something on the bench with 9:31 to go. We'll be back. Stars still with the 4-3 lead here in Dallas. Welcome you back, everybody, on our NHL and MHS coverage of Friday Night Hockey. The Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, the number 1 and number 2 teams in the National Hockey League, facing off here in Dallas. A 4-3 lead for the Stars with 9:31 to go in the third period. As we welcome you back, everybody, I'm Max. Glad to have you with us here on our poll right now. 55% who will win. Dallas with the favoring, as 55% of the votes have gone to Dallas, 45 to the Avalanche. 9:31 to go in the third. Lundqvist now for Harley. Harley shoots it back in. Around the boards it goes to the opposite side. Manson around the boards it goes again once again. And no icing. Harley goes back for the puck now. Harley pressure from behind by Bardakov. Harley, and it's deflected up in the air, and that deflected out of play, actually. 9:12 to go. And someone caught that puck in the front row, one of the Stars fans, and everyone's cheering now. Oh, man. 9:12 to go in the third. That's hilarious. 4-3 Stars leading it with 22-19. The shots favoring the Stars. You're in the hockey game. Ben Ritzkovian, two of the goal scorers in the game. Ben Ritzkovian, Heiskanen, and Wyatt Johnston. Landeskog's stick broke, so he's going to get a new one. That's why there's a delay here on the faceoff dot. Captain of the Colorado Avalanche. (4-3) Stars leading it. McKinnon and Ritzkovian in the faceoff dot. Off the draw, the tie-up comes free. Landeskog, Lindell, off the glass and out to center it goes. Makar back into his own zone with 9 minutes to go in the third period here in Dallas. 4-3, Stars leading it. Round the boards it goes. Lindell up in the air and held in by Makar. Fed in behind the net, and Heiskanen gets there first before Natchez did. Wyatt Johnston. That pass was intended for Bork. Bork couldn't get the pass. Shot back in by Lindell. Back out of play once again as the puck continues to get deflected out of play. This one will have a faceoff at center ice, I think, with 8:38 to go. Welcome you in, everybody. 4-3. Stars leading it here in Dallas as Jay Ben, the captain of the Dallas Stars, has a difference-making goal right now at the moment. Scored that a minute or so into the second period. Shot back in once again by the Avs. Around the boards it goes. As it's up in the air. Matt Duchene, that might have been a high stick, but then no, it was whistled not. Not whistled not. It was determined not. It was a high stick. Nichushkin back in. Dumped into the corner. Harley around the boards. Ooh, Steele gets the puck now. Steele ahead now for Duchene. Steele carries it ahead. Pressured off by Nelson. Harley shoots it back in from the blue line. 8 minutes to go. Third period. In a tight contest between the number 1 and number 2 teams in the National Hockey League. Kulak ahead now. It is Kiviranta dumping it deep into the corner. Labushkin. They're all tied up along the wall, battling for that puck, and it comes free for Ernie. Blackwell waiting. Goes cross ice for Bischel. Leon Bischel waiting. Slows it down in the corner on the backhand. Bischel will install it deep. Fed in behind the net now. Ritzkovian got hooked down again. Oh, wow. Fans wanted the penalty. They won't get it. Late in regulation. I don't think that's going to happen. That could have been a breakaway, too, for the Avalanche if they weren't careful with Dallas, and they were. Bork. Shots are 3-2 in favor of Dallas here in the period. It has been that tight defensively. And now a turnover. Wyatt Johnston feeding that back for Heiskanen. Shot down low. Bork, a save made. Wyatt Johnston waiting. Backhander went wide. Robertson back to the point for Heiskanen. And that slowed down in the corner. Bork trying to get it back from Natchez. Bouncing puck and Drury. All held in the blue line by Robertson. Robertson will install it behind the net for Bork. Bork tied up. Manson. Johnston got there, but then Natchez steals it away. And it was finally cleared out. No icing again as it bounced off the boards and took a friendly bounce for the Avs. Wyatt Johnston, 6.5 to go, third period. Makar will move it ahead. Off the boards. Makar trying to get the return pass. He does. Heiskanen forced him off the play. Landeskog and then Lindell. Tied up. Makar gets it in the corner. Makar tied up from behind by Heiskanen. Heiskanen now comes free from McKinnon, looking to center. Taves wide open net. What a save, Ottinger! Oh, what a save! Comes back. Another one-timer by Taves. It is blocked on the way through by Bishop, I believe. And a turnover. They're going to call that a penalty? How? Wow. Taves. That is an unbelievable call late in regulation. They call that a penalty. Natchez and then Taves. Delayed call on Dallas and a power play for the Avalanche. It's 5.5 to go. It's still going here. Still a delayed call. Nelson dropped it. Colton. And the refs getting it from the earful from the crowd here. Shot by Malinsky. Deflected just wide. Taves had an open net if he settled the pass down. Oh, 5:20 to go. And we're going to have a power play for the Avalanche late. That is such a bad call. Let's see. Oh. Yes. Yeah, I guess that was a great call. Yeah. That's going to be a stinger. Avalanche, power play, 5:20 to go. Thank you, Shauna O'Brien, for that compliment. I appreciate it so much. And you like the Avalanche. Okay. I like the Stars. Yeah. Well, a late power play opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche. That is an egregious call, though. Egregious call. Terrible call. And the refs have given another power play for the Avalanche, basically, in this game. So, my goodness. And so the Avalanche will have power play late here in regulation. 5:20 to go in the power play. Welcome you back, everybody. 4-3. Stars leading in it, but they're going to have a biggest penalty kill of this game as the Avs have a power play. Trying to make it a tie game at 4. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Max again. Welcome in as the Avalanche will have a chance to tie this game up on the power play. As that wasn't a trip. That was not a trip. Just gonna say that right there. He forced him off the puck. That was it. He fell on his own, and the refs again get fooled by the Avalanche. And now that's my Stars talking about me. The non-biased, this is a huge opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche to tie this game up. And see if the Avalanche can do so. Stars perspective, no, please. Okay. All right, Landeskog and Ritzkovian in the face-off. Dot held in by Makar at the blue line. Power play for the Avalanche, McKinnon. McKinnon along the boards. Nathan McKinnon to Natchez. Natchez goes cross ice. Here is a chance down low for Makar behind the net. Makar, Natchez, back up top McKinnon. They're moving it well here on the power play. McKinnon circles behind the net, does the exact same thing Makar did. Bouncing puck, comes in front of the save made Ottinger. Ritzkovian in the corner. Tied up. Lindell looking to clear it. It all went off a stick. And then Lindell knocks it down and then clears it down the length of the ice. Natchez will move it ahead and then he'll drop it off here from Makar again. Another drop pass here from McKinnon. They're 2 for 4. McKinnon back in. McKinnon along the boards. Forced it in behind the net. Heiskanen around the boards it goes as Lindell. Natchez tied up. Blackwell will get to the loose puck first. Why did he reverse it? That is a terrible play there. Makar waiting. Makar plays it around. Nelson let it go. Landeskog. Now McKinnon. Blackwell will try to get in the corner. Nathan McKinnon has the puck. McKinnon high slot. Nelson back from McKinnon once again. Makar's shot. Save made Ottinger. Broken stick and Blackwell doesn't have a stick. Shot Nelson. Save made Ottinger. Huge save. Makar holds it in. Back of his stick was Bastion. Nelson holds on to it. McKinnon back for Nelson. Nelson back for Makar. He's wide open. Nelson tied up with Steele. It is cleared out of the zone. A huge clear for the Dallas Stars. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Another drop pass in Taves. Devon Taves ahead now. It is Nichushkin. 3 seconds remaining on the power play. Nichushkin high slot shot. Hit the post! Hit the post with the shot! Power play's over. Taves, long shot, deflected, save made Ottinger. 3:12 to go, and everyone gets physical in front of the net. Oh, what a game we have had here. An absolute great hockey game we have had here in the American Airlines Center. Nichushkin ringing that one off the post. Nelson, this opportunity, big pad save by Ottinger. And right here, it hit the post and did not go in. Wow. Hit the shoulder, basically, of the post and the crossbar. We'll be back. 3:12 to go. It's a tight one here in Dallas. We'll be back. If you wanted playoff hockey early, got it here in this one. 4-3, Stars leading it, and it has felt like a playoff game throughout the whole entire game. Man, has this been one of the most stressful third periods of the regular season. It seems like the build-up basically to the playoffs in just a month from now, in April 18th. Yes, this is just over a month away, and this already has the feels of a playoff game. First time since the Avs have been here since that Game 7. Stars won that Game 7, the comeback. Mikko Rantanen leading the way. Of course, Rantanen's out here. Not out here, actually. He's out of the game. He's been out, actually, since the Olympic break. He should be skating within the next week or 10 days, according to Jim Nill, the general manager of the Dallas Stars. And this is going to be a test for both of these teams mentally. And the whole crowd here standing on their feet. This is like a playoff game right now. I'll tell you that. This has the likings of a playoff game, and it has been great. Been great so far. 3:12 to go in the third period. It is a playoff game. You could literally call this maybe Game 8 of that series. It has just been, it seems like a part of that series as well from last year. It seems like a continuation of that game. Johnston wins the draw, a huge one for Dallas in their own zone. Harley, and then it's Duchesne flipping it out to center ice. Burns. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Played by Ottinger behind the net. Kelly knocked it down, but then Duchesne has the puck, comes free for Drury. Drury left at Kiviranta, shot, save made Ottinger. And Harley, another giveaway by Dallas along the boards. They got to stop doing that. Comes the question when you pull Wedgwood. If you're the Colorado Avalanche, back in is Kiviranta, dropping it off. Poke checked away by Malinsky. And Bork will move it ahead. Big hit along the boards there, delivered by Malinsky, or by, pardon me, one of the Avalanche. It was Colton, pardon me. Deflected, so no icing. Ottinger plays it around, almost dangerously there. Of a giveaway. And Wyatt Johnston the other way with Bork. Bork holds on to him and will dump it back in. Behind the net. Waugh. Then Malinsky. Now Brindley. Ahead now. Kulak leading the rush. Kulak And then Robertson, when they get the big boys out here again, that's when you know it is time for them, and they look like they're getting about to get ready. Less than 2 to go in the third. That's when they're going to pull the goaltender in Wedgwood. Haskin along the boards. Here comes McKinnon. McKinnon onto the play. Natchez feeds that back. Malinsky, empty net at the other end. Empty net. Makar holds it at the blue line. 100 seconds to go in the third period. McKinnon behind the net. McKinnon holds on to it. McKinnon looks to center, and it got past everybody and is out of the zone. 90 seconds to go in the third period. Makar leaving that. Natchez dumps it back in. Ottinger plays it behind the net, left it there for Haskin, and around the glass. It hit off of Natchez, knocked down by Ritzkovian. A 3-on-1. Ben for the empty net. Hit the side of the post. Are you for real right now? An open net, a 3-on-1, and somehow Dallas does not put it home. That is unbelievable. A 3-on-1, they got too pretty with it. That is unbelievable. Ben, stolen away. Jimmy Benn towards that empty net. It is going to be an icing. I can't believe that they had a 3-on-1. And somehow Jamie Benn does not score a second of the game, and it deflected off a stick. I just don't know why you pass it there. That is ridiculous. 49.5 to go. Cale Makar might have gotten a stick on that, though, too. Timeout being taken here. I don't know how you missed that. Timeout being called here by the Colorado Avalanche. And, again, this is like a playoff game right now. That is what the likes of this game is right now. It has just been that way throughout the whole game, actually. And this is going to take to the last seconds of this game, it seems like. As the crowd here in Dallas, all on their feet. Colorado fans here worrying as well. Holy moly, we have a finish for you here in Dallas. Everybody on their feet. 49.5 remaining in the third period. Empty net for the Avs. Off the draw, won by Colorado. And McKinnon to Natchez off the skate of the referee there. Nichushkin around the boards. Makar holds it at the blue line. McKinnon wide open. Shot! And it missed wide. And it goes off the glass and cleared down the length of the ice. 30 seconds to go in the third period. Cale Makar will move it ahead. Shooting it back in from center. Ottinger did not have to play it. 22 to go in the third. Nelson in the corner. Nelson has it. Tied up with Ritzkovian. 15 to go in the third. Shot by Nichushkin. He scores! Nichushkin's tied it with 13.2 to go in the third period. What a shot. And he's tied it at 4. Man, what a shot on the glove side by Nichushkin. And we're tied at 4. Ay. That's ridiculous. 13.2 to go is 4-4. That is ridiculous. In a game where the Avalanche should not be winning, or it should be tying this game, McKinnon should have been out of the game. Suspended. Ridiculous. 13.2 to go. 4-4. It's a good goal. They were checking. It's maybe something there. I don't think there was going to be nothing. And Jamie Benn costs the Dallas Stars, basically. They had an empty net to put the game away in regulation. They did not need Colorado to get any points. Both teams will get a point now. And, man, that is a stinker. Jake Ottinger just cannot make a glove save, and we are going to overtime here in Dallas. And Nichushkin, the former Star, has tied it up the man who wanted out of Dallas and did not do a single thing for Dallas, wants out. We'll be back with overtime. Well, this game wasn't going to disappoint. It is overtime in Dallas, a 4-4 tie. And, wow. What a sequence at the end, though. That was something. It seemed like the Stars had it all wrapped up. So the Avalanche coming back from 4-2 down to tie the game at 4. And we'll see what happens here in overtime. This is going to be dangerous. Avalanche are pretty good in overtime this season. Dallas, not so much. We'll see how this goes. 4-4. Hintz getting injured. A lot of things have happened in the game, and it's still not over. And Ottinger cannot make a simple save there. That's a simple glove stop, and he has been beaten twice on that glove side. It has shown weaknesses, and they have taken advantage of it. You got to give the Avalanche credit. They have taken advantage of that. Avalanche tied the game 4-4. And we are in overtime. It seemed like we just did an overtime game here on the MHS Network with bigger stakes. This one not so much. It's just a regular season game, but also has some stakes of the division. And what's going to happen here? I don't know why Ritzkovian didn't shoot for the empty net. Unbelievable. 3-9. The Avs in overtime and shootout. Dallas not so better in that. And false start on the face-off dot. McKinnon thought he had won it. Stunned crowd here in Dallas. They thought they had it all wrapped up. But then Nichushkin tied it up. That's just bad. Bad for Ottinger to let that one up. So we are in overtime. Let's see how this goes out. Another face-off win, and it's going to go for McKinnon. And so the Avs have possession here early in overtime, as here is Nichushkin, who has just tied it late in regulation for the Colorado Avalanche with 14 seconds to go. McKinnon back in, high slot. McKinnon lost it, and then played back down the length of the ice. Wedgwood leaves it Nichushkin. Nichushkin has the puck now. Valerie Nichushkin dropped it off for Makar. Kill Makar carries it ahead. Kill Makar to Nichushkin. Try to go back for Makar again. Now a race for the puck, and McKinnon gets there first. Nathan McKinnon with the puck now. Will move it ahead. Here is Natchez with some speed. Marty Natchez dropping it off for McKinnon. Holding on to it. McKinnon leaves it for Natchez. Natchez. And now it's Taves once again. Devon Taves holds on to the puck, and he'll drag it back out to center ice. Taves into the middle. Robertson almost forced it. Robertson got tripped up, no penalty. Wow. Taves the other way. Taves holds on to it. Natchez on the other side. Natchez has the puck at the blue line. Natchez waiting. Natchez forced by Bork. His glove came off. Marty Natchez's glove has just come off. And now it is Nelson, and a save made Ottinger, and he covers it up. 3:25 to go in overtime. Man, oh man. Natchez, great pass for Nelson. And a big save there by Ottinger on that opportunity. 3:25 to go in overtime. Steele, Johnson, and Harley out here for the Dallas Stars. Nelson Seems like Malinsky and Nichushkin out here. Another face-off win by the Avalanche. Nichushkin lost the handle. Steele trying to get in the corner. Tied up with Nichushkin. Johnston gets it now. Tied up in the corner as well. Nelson and the Stars have possession. Steele the other way. Steele getting forced off there by Nichushkin. He's aggressively pressuring him from behind. Got to help him out here for one of the Stars. And now Wyatt Johnston takes it away. Ahead now is for Harley. Harley carries it ahead. Thomas Harley on the outside. Great pressure here by the Avalanche on the Stars. And now they're getting caught. Now Wyatt Johnston has to race back here. Malinsky and Nichushkin. And here is Kelly. Nichushkin's going for a change here as they play it back out to center ice. Cale Makar is out here. Back in on side. Cale Makar, high slot. Lost it. Tie up there. And Wyatt Johnston trying to take it away. Steele got tripped down, and then Johnston takes it away. What is happening here? The stick's getting slashed everywhere. McKinnon back in with Makar. McKinnon to Makar, didn't go. What a diving play by Steele to save the game potentially. And Ritzkovian the other way. Ritzkovian finds a man open. Heiskanen. Oh, it went wide. Miro Heiskanen steals it away again. Miro Heiskanen's shot missed it. Heiskanen again. 2 minutes left to go here in overtime. Oh, man. Has Miro Heiskanen had 2 great opportunities to end this game. Jamie Benn's out here, the captain. Jamie Benn back in on side. Benn, great pass, Heiskanen. Robertson, a one-timer. Floated to the corner. And then it is Taves now with the puck. The stretch ahead here. Race for the puck here, and Ottinger getting there first, and Heiskanen has the puck. Miro Heiskanen. And a turnover. Natchez feeds it low. Taves! What a save! Ottinger! Oh my goodness! What a save by Ottinger and Devon Taves with 1 minute and 26 seconds to go in overtime. What a save. Devon Taves robbed. What a play by Steele defensively. On that last chance, it was a 2-on-1 down low, and what a save here by Ottinger with the stick to deflect that out of play. A humongous stop. Wow. Jake Ottinger with maybe the save of the game right there. Everyone is still standing here at American Airlines Center. 1 minute and 26 left to go here in overtime. 29-20, the shots favoring the Colorado Avalanche. Nelson out here with Johnston and the faceoff dot. Johnston trying to win the draw. He does, and Thomas Harley has the puck now for Dallas. Thomas Harley the other way. Holding on to it. Circles back. Harley. Harley will carry it ahead. Harley plays it back out to center. And Maverick Bork's out here with Harley and Johnston. So Harley the defenseman and the 2 forwards and Bork and Johnston. 1 minute left to go here in overtime. Here's Bork having some trouble here. Devon Taves forcing him back, but got it to Johnston. McKinnon forcing Johnston back. Heiskanen's back on the ice. Miro Heiskanen. Ahead now is Bork. Bork back in. Bork for the game winner. Save. Wedge with the net comes off. And they don't blow the whistle. Here's McKinnon the other way. Holds up and waits. McKinnon tied up. McKinnon tried to pass it. It was broken up, and now it's tied up. And now they blow the whistle because the net's off. It's pegs. 29 seconds to go here in overtime. Now they got to put the net back together right there on its pegs. Yeah, because Bork got shoved there by Nelson a little bit at the end. But he was the one driving towards the net. No lane to move out of the way, though. 4-4, overtime. 29 seconds remaining here in the overtime. Dallas timeout. All right. See what they do here. I think it's going to be in their faceoff's going to be in their own zone here. So they have to take the timeout here. Man, oh man, overtime. Overtime. Jeez. Timeout for Dallas. and a entertaining hockey game between the number 1 and number 2 teams here in the National Hockey League. Avalanche and Stars. And both teams getting a point in this one. So, I mean, man, this has been quite a game. Robertson, Johnston, and Heiskanen out here for Dallas, as they will be in the defensive zone here, trying to win a faceoff and maybe get a last-second rush to try to end this game in overtime. Nelson, McKinnon, and Makar out there. Crowd is still standing in overtime. Johnston wins the draw. Now they got to go the other way. Heiskanen around the boards. There's Robertson carrying it ahead. Jason Robertson trying to turn on the Jets. Here's Johnston. Johnston waiting. Johnston looking for the game winner. Slows it up. Robertson. Robertson tied up. Covered up by Wedgwood. Face-off. Will be in the Dallas zone with 13.4 to go. Nelson frustrated that they blew the whistle. Face-off will be in the Colorado zone. Johnston trying to make the move there in overtime. Forced off of Makar, and then the pass here was a little bit of a... He still got the puck to be covered. Face-off in the Colorado zone. They need a face-off win. McKinnon and Duchesne, former teammates. McKinnon wins the draw. And Cale Makar will move it ahead with 8 seconds to go in the period. Makar back in. Makar in. Shot! Blocked on the way through. Maybe one last rush. 2 seconds and 1. Robertson on a breakaway. Not enough time. Oh, if they had maybe a couple more seconds left. Maybe. But now we go to a shootout in Dallas. Oh, boy. So shootout time, and oh man. Chances and chances. 4-4 after regulation and 4-4 after overtime. See how this goes. And Robertson on a breakaway with like no time left. That would have been something if he had maybe a second or two left. Jason Robertson will look to go first here on the shootout. And let's see how this goes. As they're cleaning the ice right now. Jake Ottinger and Harley were in the way of the ice girls. So they're just standing there like, oh, can you please move? Shootout time in Dallas. Friday night hockey on the NHL and MHS. See how this goes. Obviously, shootouts. Seen a lot of those shootouts recently, and games that we've had. See how this goes. 4 for 7 in the shootouts for Jason Robertson in the season. See how this one goes for him against Scott Wedgwood. Wedgwood and Ottinger are going to have to be big here in this shootout, like they were in overtime and in regulation. Wedgwood and now Robertson misstarted. What is happening here? The miscommunication by the referees, I was about to say. Robertson was confused here, and now the referees are conferring here on what's happening. I'm not sure what happened. I think something must have happened. Maybe they're trying to determine that maybe Robertson... Okay. If they say Robertson's turn's over because he moved the puck, that must have been miscommunication. No, they don't. Robertson will carry it ahead. Trying to score first here in the shootout. Robertson to the backhand. Oh, what a save, Wedgwood. Oh, man. What a stop by Scott Wedgwood. Jason Robertson usually going top corner. And, oh, wow, what a stop. Scott Wedgwood. Dang, that is a crazy stop. And here's Valerie Nichushkin. The glove side's been the target for the Avalanche against Ottinger. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward for this one. Ottinger needs to make a save. Nichushkin will carry the puck now. Nichushkin trying to score first here in the shootout. Nichushkin in. Oh, what a move. Valerie Nichushkin scores again against his former team in the shootout. What a beautiful move. Froze Ottinger. Man, oh man. What a move. Yikes. What a move. That is insane. So, Duchesne's next. Can he do it against his former team? Matt Duchesne is in on Wedgwood. Another good save. Man, oh man, has the glove been spectacular for Wedgwood. And now the chance for the Avalanche to win it here in the shootout. Wow. Another save going to the glove side. Matt Duchesne did almost the exact same move, but elevated it. Wow. Avalanche win with a goal right here. Marty Natchez trying to end it and complete the comeback for the Avs. Natchez. Ottinger needs to make a save to keep it going. Natchez to end it here in the shootout. Natchez scores! They win it in the shootout. The Avs win it 5-4 and break the Stars' 10-game winning streak. In comeback fashion. 5-4 your final. As another, the exact same move, basically. And Ottinger cannot stretch far enough, and the shootout's over. And it went wrong for Dallas at the worst time. Man, what a game, though. Natchez wins it in the shootout 5-4. Wedgwood big in the shootout with 2 spectacular glove saves. You got to give Wedgwood credit there. And the 10-game winning streak for the Dallas Stars ends, but they still picked up the point out of this one. So, they are still a hot team here. They just got to fix whatever happened in that third period, because that was not some good goals let up by their starting goaltender and Jake Ottinger. But man, what a game, though. It just, as a Stars fan, I hate this result. But what can you do now? That is unbelievable. That was some good game. That was a very good game. So, that will do it for us here on the NHL on MHS. 5-4. The Avs win it over the Dallas Stars. They break the 10-game win streak. I'm Max. Thank you so much for watching here on Friday Night Hockey on the NHL and MHS. Tune in for more as we will continue our coverage of the NHL season and of the playoffs. 5-4. The Avs win it. Coming back from 4-2 down. Good night, everybody.